Only a few bands have made an impact on the Oklahoma alternative music scene. Bands like Chainsaw Kittens, The Flaming Lips, and The Nixons. But now a new band has exploded onto the scene. The band is Corduroy Love Jacket.
My name is Jared Michael Wood.
Jason Branson. I'm the guitar player.
Roger McCoy.
Ryan Rawls. Played drums for him. That's about it.
Lucas Patrick Orvis. I make magic. I play keyboards and sing vocals.
We're thinking maybe, we know this time around it's been 3.5 years straight. Yeah, none of us are really quite accurate on when that happened.
Probably back August of '98. Well, it was just it was a great starting point. You know, I think that, and they were really kind to let us play, because at first, I mean, we were really horrible, so it was really kind of them to let us play, and I mean, we owe them a debt of gratitude. I mean, just because if it wasn't for them, you know, we probably wouldn't. I mean, we'd eventually got started, but we probably wouldn't got started or had the confidence, you know, just to walk into a bar in the city and say, hey, can we play here, you know. So it was kind of a home base, you know, and that's why we always think of the Lodge whenever we play there. It's like, you know, as Jared would say, home skillet. It's always good times, and it's always just people that we're real close to, so it's a really good time, and then, like I said, we owe things. So.
They've progressed a lot. I think it was a lot more smooth in the just pulling it off, you know, because when they first started out, some of the equipment they had wasn't all that great, you know, and the guitars would be buzzing and they'd be down there fiddling with the stuff. And now, you know, I don't know what, you know, the last one I saw, they didn't have any problems with it. So they've learned a lot about, you know, equipment and the music. And then, you know, plus they've got, what's the word, tighter.
I say you got the drummer that's kind of a, you know, flashy alternative punk rock type, then you got a little funk bass, then you got pop vocals, and then you got tossed salad.
I hate putting labels.
Yeah, this is like the topic of debate all the time. It's like,
well, that's
I just
why I
tell
like it. That's
people,
why
yeah,
I
I just tell people rock, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a different style than what the mainstream's used to, but if it's got guitars and drums, it's rock.
In much need of tuning, I guess. Our sound, I guess, is Jason has perfected the sound on his guitar. Jared brings that beginner type, just whatever he plugs in his guitar and whatever it's set at the time type sound. Roger, I'm sure, has a definite, just loud as hell sound. Just a gut-wrenching snare. It's just this really loud. But as a rock man, you know, Jason disagrees with me, but I think we're kind of quiet. Talking to the other night, he's a sound guy at the Samurai, and he said, you know, you guys sound like 311 crossed with bare naked ladies. And I thought that was just, I was like, you know, that sounds crazy, but that's kind of almost, you know, what it's like, because you have, you know, we've got some funk grooves and some stuff that's real, almost folky.
It has a reggae feel to it. I don't know if it does or not. I have the slightest clue. I don't think anybody else in the band's buying into it.
The dreams are going
those things where you just kind of do it. You know, you get. At first, it started out. You know, we didn't have really any gigs. We're kind of just getting our stuff together. So, really, just starting out, it wasn't that big a deal. You know, Saturdays we sacrificed for practice. And I guess probably I'd say 90% of all the Saturdays that have gone past in the last 3 years, we've probably either practiced or played on. So, and I don't know, you just kind of, you know, it started out, you know, you didn't have a lot going on, then you're practicing, you know, and then it builds up, you're practicing once a week and you're playing a gig, you know, and then it just builds on top of that till it gets where you're practicing once a week, you're playing 3 gigs, you know, and with work and all that, and it just becomes a habit more than anything.
There's times when I want to go do things or go out to eat or go see movies, and he'll be tired because he's been at work and then been to practice until like 12 or 1 in the morning, and then has to get up early in the morning and go to work, and he won't want to do things when he isn't home. So it really, and on the weekends, if I do want to do something different, of course he wants me to go with him and watch him and things like that. And I, you know, they've become my friends too, but sometimes, you know, you want to go do your own thing, and it's hard to do that when he's so dedicated to something like that might not necessarily pay off.
I have a very understanding wife. Sorry, joke. She sacrificed more than me, you know, just because of the simple fact that I love to do this. You know, that I wouldn't dream of doing anything else. And she has to deal with that. And I just, you know, I feel really guilty about it a lot, you know. I sit back sometimes and I think, God, all the weekends that have passed that we didn't have time to spend together. Obviously, when we're practicing, she don't want to be around that, you know. So, yeah, she's been great. I mean, she realizes that I have a dream, and, you know, that hopefully one day it'll be fulfilled, and, you know, if it isn't, then that's fine too, because sometimes dreams go unfulfilled.
Practice like a couple of times a week. By myself, I try to practice a little bit every day, but no, it doesn't always happen. Kind of slack from
Brother, our guitar player, has a place that we can use. You know, we like it though. It's got an alarm system, so we don't have to worry about our stuff getting stolen. So that's nice. Plus, you know, it has a place, like I said, we have a van. We've had to do mechanical work on it ourselves. And, you know, he has all the tools there that we needed. So, you know, it's really just kind of good headquarters.
For this interview's purposes, I'll say we'll have a Friday night and a Saturday night show. Okay, there's your groundwork. On Friday, I usually get off work around 2 or 3 and drive to Jason's house in Shawnee, or drive and meet Jason at work, and then he gets off work and we come over here, we break down the practice room and load up Van Dingo, and that usually takes about an hour and a half, and then we usually all meet at Jason's house and drive to wherever it is we have to go, usually in Oklahoma City. It takes about an hour to get there. We get there, we go inside, we set up. Takes about an hour and a half to do setup and do sound check, and then we play, you know, for 3 or 4 hours, and then we tear down, which takes about 30 minutes because we're usually wanting to get home by then, and load it all back up, head back to Jason's house. People go to their houses if they choose, or just go to sleep on the floor. It's
very tiring, hectic. There's usually a lot of rushing around. We'll get ready, we'll go and pick up Julie and Nicole, and we'll go to the city and probably stay out at least until 2, and then we'll have to drive home, and so we usually don't get home until about 4:30, and we're all really tired. Sometimes we'll have to do it again the next night, but we usually end up having a lot of fun.
You know, you just got to get out there, and I mean, I've been around the live music scene for a long time, and I know that you just got to keep playing, and eventually there might have to be a move, because it's sad, I think, because like in the early 90s there was a lot of musical activity in Oklahoma as original live music, and there's just not anymore, and people don't really want to see that anymore. And I think if you know, Corduroy's developed a really good fan base in the city, and that people that just go to one, they happen to be at one show and then they just start coming. And I think that's really good. It shows that they're doing something different and not just the same thing.
So they're attracting.
They have the determination and you know, I think the talent to do it. It's just they'll have to have some good things happen to them, and you know, somebody get interested in them. I think they enjoy what they're doing. It seems like they're enjoying it, and that's a big thing in life, you know.
Specific venture of Corduroy Love Jacket, I haven't taken, you know, as a whole, we haven't really carried it out to what we wanted to yet. So make a couple, you know, albums for one thing, you know.
It's a dream. It's a dream, man. I love being on stage. I don't know. I always felt that millions of people were meant to see my beautiful face on a regular basis, to spread love throughout the world. That's me, though.
Obviously, if my wife kills me, I'll be dead and I can't continue. But I would probably say just whenever it stops feeling good. I don't see any stopping this band for a while anyway. So.
Practice, sacrifice, dedication. Corduroy Love Jacket has become synonymous with these. This is why they continue to play.